G'day, it's Shane here from McLaren TV, and thank you for joining me in my home bar. But more importantly, thank you for helping me spread McLaren Vale wine to the world. Today it's a lovely day outside, the birds are chirping, and McLaren Vale, just a wonderful, wonderful place to be. And surprise, surprise, a McLaren Vale wine to try. This week, I've got a Grancari Estate 2008 Shiraz. Grancari Estate, interesting operation. Small scale, it's about 12 acres of vineyard, about half Shiraz, half Grenache, and the couple that run it, it's purely run as a hobby. Now for something that's a hobby, it's quite a large vineyard. They've actually built sheds on the site to enable them to do their own winemaking and wine storage and all those sort of things. Okay, and it just to me feels much bigger than just your normal hobby. However, what they have done is on a very personal level decided to go to low preservative wines, and they do have that available, but gone totally organic. They don't want sprays, they don't want all those things that could be considered to them not good for their health. So this has gone down an option not from a marketing perspective, but from their own personal requirements. Now what I've got here is I've got the Venturi. I've tried some Grancari wines before, and consistently they need time breathing. This wine has been open for about an hour, maybe a little bit longer, and I'm still going to put it through the Venturi to make sure we give it as much opportunity to breathe as possible before I try it. So without further ado, let's do that. Hopefully you can hear that Venturi sucking that lovely air in. Well, it's quite a dark wine. 2008 was quite a hot vintage, leading up into vintage, and also quite a hot dry year. Now I'm getting lovely aromas coming off of this already. Fantastic. Now what I can tell you is there's also 16% alcohol. And surprisingly, I'm not getting an alcohol tingle on the nose, which to me is saying there's plenty of fruit character there to pull off such a relatively huge amount of alcohol for a table wine. Oh, there is lots and lots happening in the aroma stakes here. Now I'm not exactly sure what this wine sells for. I have seen it for around $35 a bottle. And wines from Grancari Estate consistently win medals, but it sounds like they haven't put too much into shows in the last couple of years. Now, if I use one word here, and I'm going to use lots more of course, but if I use one word here, it is dark. Getting dark fruits, blackberries, really dark plums, that sort of thing coming through. And just, there is lots happening in the aromas. Interestingly for me though, is I'm not getting lots. There is some cedary there, but I'm not getting lots and lots of oak coming through. I was expecting with a big wine there might have been the oak monster coming through, but there's certainly not that happening here. The wine has been aged in both American and French oak. I'm not getting coconuttiness that quite often you get with American oak. A little bit of the sweeter smell, which you can sometimes get from American oak. But that is just lovely, folks. It really is. My mouth is salivating already just at smelling this wine, which to me is thinking food. Wow. And I mean that, wow. How interesting is that? I've got plums, I've got blackberries, so there's black fruits again coming through, and there's layers of tannin. I can only assume that's layers of tannin from skins and pips as well as oak tannin. The tannin's there, but the tannin's not aggressive. You know, sometimes you can get the tannin that when you finish a wine, your whole mouth feels like it's dry and there's almost fur on the back of your teeth. There's a reasonable amount of tannin here, folks, but it's not like that. It's not coating the teeth. It's just adding extra complexity to that wine. This is a beauty. This really is a beauty. As you can tell, this is the first time I've tried this. This really is a good wine. And look at this, certified, Australian certified organic. Now, to my knowledge, there is only 2 fully certified organic vineyards and wineries in McLaren Vale. One being Battle of Bosworth and the other one being Grancari Estate. There's numerous others that are in the process of getting it and they say they're certified, but they don't have that stamp. The stamp that I hope you can see on the bottom there. That's the one that says fully certified. Now this wine, there's a lot to it, and this wine really screams out food, and it really screams out, you know, those big, complex foods, you know, marinades, slow cooked, you know, any of those sort of things. Red meat, oh, love it. In fact, I'm having steak, Argentinian steak tonight, and I'm going to finish this off with that Argentinian steak. This is lovely. This really is. And I just wish you could be here for this. You know, if we had smell-o-vision and taste-vision, I could impart more onto you on that. There is the typical, all the fruit flavours I was talking about, the tannins I was talking about. What I didn't talk about was some of those secondary flavours in there. So yes, there's some spice. It's not all peppery. There is a bit of pepper in there. It's not all peppery though. There are other things in that spice mix. A little bit of cardamom maybe, a little bit of cinnamon. So that's saying good use of oak to me. There is a hint, just a little hint of licorice in there. Aniseed maybe, licorice on the mid to back palate. But, you know, folks, this is just a lovely, complex wine. I can see a long life ahead of this wine. If you were to put this away and look after it properly, I think this would repay 5 to 10 years of cellaring. In fact, I'm sure it would repay 5 to 10 years of cellaring. What does it say on here? Yep, the winemaker saying the same thing. Okay. So, Grancari Estate. Just introduced myself to them and just trying their wines. I've been 100% impressed so far. Lovely people running the operation, and if you get the chance, check them out. Grancari Estate. Look, that's all we have time for Loaded Grape TV today. Thank you very much. I have thoroughly enjoyed bringing this wine to you. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy finishing the bottle tonight with my Argentinian steaks, and I hope you have an absolutely pearler of a week, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye.